Hello everybody, my name is Jacob Dantzler, also known as TWR Legacy 2012 and Morning Elixir. I'm known online in the internet world to be a great encourager. I cultivate leadership, personal development. I also help people market successfully online as a coach and mentor through the use of video blogging and article marketing. In this training video, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to explain to you how to successfully set up your blog page with the use of a hosting service and WordPress blogging. So the reason why we've chosen the WordPress is because that's what we have experienced most of our success and is very user friendly to use. So with that being said, I want to explain to you why it's important to have a blog. It's important to have a blog because a blog helps you establish yourself as the know-how person. You know where to go, how to go, and how to set it up and what to do. So people are going to get to know you, your blog, who you are and how you are and what you have to offer and how people can go and find it. Okay? You'll see more as to what I'm talking about as we progress through this training. But you're also setting yourself up as an authority. So that way when people have a question, they're going to go to you because you know what you're talking about. How are they going to know what you're talking about? Because of the information or the content that you're putting in your blog. The next reason why it's important to have a blog is because it helps you give information to so many visitors who are going to be inquiring about your opportunity or your marketing or your business or your information that you're wanting to share with them and communicate with them. It also increases the amount of visitors you have. And one of the ways that's happening is because you are setting up all your information on your blog page, and then you need to go home and take care of your kids. You need to go and take care of some errands, take care of some business. You want to go out and party. You want to go out and just go walk on the beach. Just have a good time. You want to go do whatever you want to do. Your blog is working for you, so it gives you time freedom. You could be going anywhere, doing anything, and your blog is working for you, giving information to the thousands and millions of people who are looking at your site. Your phone is blowing up because people are calling you. All that information is already explained to them on your web page, so it saves you a lot of time. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and show you what an example of a blog page. I'm going to go to jacobdantzler.com, one of my blog pages. Jacob Dantzler, Inspirational Leadership Development Marketing. This is a topic right here. And then you have down here the content information that people will read up on. First thing you want to do is you got to be an expert in your field. But all of this information right here is what it's going to share with people. Hey, this is the experience I had, this is what I did, and now I don't snore anymore, or my husband or my wife or my kids don't snore anymore, my dog or whatever, my bird doesn't snore anymore, something like that. But you build a relationship with people with the information you give them. They like you, they trust you, they know that you're going to show them where to go and get that information from. They're going to want to build a relationship with you. This over here is just certain types of postings that I've placed articles in. I don't have to go back and type a new article every single day. This is constantly being looked at every single day. I mean, how many people want to learn how to become a better leader? How many people want to find out how to get on the top of Google very fast? You see what I'm saying? All of this right here is something that people are typing into. So when they type into, how to get listed in Google really fast, bam, they're going to see my blog on the top of the page or the first page. So that's why it's important to have a blog. Over here on the right, you saw these instant cash or endless leads. That's just more training and more tutorials for people to tap into online. So we scroll down here and we see that there is a banner over here for web hosting. All basically hosting is, ladies and gentlemen, is you rent a space for $4.95 per month, so basically $5 or something. You're going to get that amount of money to the hosting service. Hosting service says, okay, we're going to let you have a space on our server or a cyberspace or a database, and you can go ahead and express, share information, communicate, show videos. You could do whatever you want to do on this website spot because this is your spot. But that's what hosting services do. A lot of people will go to wordpress.com and they'll set up a free account there, but you will be very limited as to what you can set up on your account. Not to mention if something happens where they kick you out because they don't like something you said, or somebody complains, or something happens where the server shuts down or the site goes down or something like that, you're going to lose all that information that you've had. But if you go to a site where you're hosted, that's not going to happen because it's your site. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's important for you to have a hosting service which enables you to have a website or a blog page. So we're going to click on that banner down there, and that banner is going to take you to a hosting service called HostGator. So when you come to this website here, you can see this. You can call them if they've been around for many, many years, over 4 million domains. And that's how many domains they're hosting. So it's a very reputable company. But here you have starting at $4.95 per month, $5. Basically, all you need to do is go to this link over here. It's called the web hosting. You click on that link, and it's going to take you to the next page where you can select your payment plans. You scroll down, and there are 3 plans. You have the hatchling plan, baby plan, and then the business plan. This one gives you a single domain or a single address so people can find you, unlimited disk space, bandwidth, and so forth, so on. As you can see here, there's a little bit more. You can have more than just one domain, and it goes up in price. It gives you more options. But if you want to just be economical and just find something that's very simple and very affordable, you can go to starting at $4.95 per month, which is the advertisement you saw. You can go 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, or monthly, or you can go start at $4.95, and that's where a lot of people start at. That's where I started at. Click on that, go to order now, click on order now, and then it's going to pull up the next page, which leads to the domain. Okay, so basically a domain name is used to identify the location of your website. In other words, it's a website address. If you tell your friends to visit you at a house and they ask for a location or an address and you don't have that address, it's going to be hard for them to find you, right? Well, the same applies in the world of the internet. You need to have a domain name to identify the location of where your website's at. So when you're giving out information about your website, you just tell them www.whatever your domain name is .com, and then people will easily find your website. So because I'm in the health and wellness industry and I'm using coffee, okay, I want to have something that's related to coffee. Morning drink coffee. That's just an example, everybody. There's going to be 3 options over here. .com, which would stand for commercial, .net, which would stand for network, and .org, which would stand for organization. So .com is the most commonly used domain suffix that is used to help people find their website. So basically we're going to be using morningdrinkcoffee.com for our example. Okay? If you have a domain that you want to use and you type in the website, you can put my name, for example. Okay? If it's used by somebody, you're going to see the following. Jacob Dantzler is not available to be registered. Why? Because I already have it. So it's going to show you right here that it's not available. So then what you want to do is figure out what it is that you're working, what industry you're into, find a good domain name that's relevant or it works together with what you're going to be helping people. So if you're doing swimming, you don't want to say, okay, firewalking.com, and then the people get to your website and it has swimming in it. It's just not going to work. You know, you don't want to have scuba gear on your website and then you have learning how to place cement or cementplacing.com. Cementplacing.com and then scuba diving are not relevant. But if you said, you know, constructionplanning.com and you have a website on cementing, that's very relevant. So just be aware of that, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go ahead and type in morningdrinkcoffee.com just for the sake of this example. And because we're in the coffee drinking industry, we're going to go to continue to step 2. Now, you have the packaging type. You got the hatchling, you have the baby, and you have business. There's different types. For the sake of this training, we're just going to go real simple, affordable, hatchling. Billing cycles, how many times a year do you want to be charged? You can go ahead and pick one of those. I'm just going to pick 1 month, so every month. And you want to pick in a username. Make sure you write this down on a separate piece of paper or put it somewhere you won't forget. So when it's time for you to log back in, you can get in easily. Also, you want to use your security pin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it needs to be 5 characters or under 8. And that's what it says here. You just type that information in there, write down that information so that way when you log back into your account, it's easy to do that. You didn't forget it. Place your first name, last name, your email. Don't have to worry about company. You can leave that blank. Majority of people have a cell phone, so you can put in your cell phone. If you have both, go ahead and put in both. Have your address, your city, your state, and zip code. go over to the payment information, use credit card or PayPal. You can use any of these cards here. Type in the name on your credit card, type in your credit card number, do the expiration date when your card expires, and then go to your CVV code, which is going to be found on the back of your card. By clicking on that link there, it will show you what they're talking about: Visa, MasterCard, or American Express. You scroll down, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see that 24/7 phone is free. That's support. Instant account activation, that means as soon as you press the box on the bottom, create an account, it's instantaneous right then right there. Your money back guarantee, if you don't like it, after 40 days it gets back to you. Your hosting is Hatchling, and then 1 month is $8.95. Coupon credits $179. Domain registration, morning drink coffee, that's going to be your name or the domain name that you have. You can go to setup price. Click on this box here and you can go to create an account. Now, after you click on create account, you're going to go through some step processes where they're eventually going to send you to your email. You will either remain on this website and go through some more steps, or that's going to tell you to go to your email after clicking the account button. But eventually you're going to get to your email and you'll go through your email, make sure that you have everything that you signed up for. Make sure that your username is spelled properly, make sure that you have a password, and that you also have a properly spelled domain name, because it's nothing like starting your marketing or promoting your website and then you find out that it's not spelled properly, and then you have to go through the entire process of getting that figured out and changed up and setting it up properly. So just make sure it's done right then and there, and if it's not, you can always call the number that HostGator has and you can go ahead and work with them. They have excellent customer service. And I'll give you the example of my email here. You have your control panel here, you have your username, you have your domain name and your password, and then you have your name server, and then you have your second name server and your server IP. But make sure that you just have all of this information here. Your billing information down here, the password and username, just make sure you have all this information in a place where you can remember it and you can go back to it. This link right here where it says your control panel is very, very, very important. You're going to need this to be able to log into your cPanel. And cPanel is basically your control panel, so you can go into your back office of your blog site and then configure, tweak, and move around everything that you need to move around. Okay? So this concludes part one of your simple blog setting up after you have purchased your hosting and your domain name. So remember to have your domain name. Make sure the domain name is relevant. You get the email here, you keep this information here, and we're going to use this information in the next step. Stay tuned and thank you for watching.